Hello. Today we'll take a detailed look at how an experienced immigration lawyer evaluates your case and helps you determine the best path to immigration. We'll show you what factors are considered when analyzing your situation, what the specialist focuses on, and what steps can help you develop a realistic and achievable relocation plan. If you're thinking about relocating, this video will help you understand where to start, what documents and information to prepare, and what to expect at each stage of the process. You'll learn how to avoid common mistakes, save time and effort, and choose the path that best aligns with your goals and circumstances. The first thing an immigration lawyer does is carefully and comprehensively assess your case. This step is the foundation of the entire process because it determines how realistically and effectively you can proceed with your immigration journey. Why is this so important? Every situation is unique. One person may have extensive work experience in a high-demand field, while another may have a prestigious education or qualifications that could give them an advantage. Some people already have family or loved ones abroad who can support their relocation, while others have special circumstances that may influence their choice of immigration program. Without professional assessment, it's easy to waste time, money, and energy by pursuing a path that ultimately proves unfeasible or too risky. For example, attempting to apply right away for a visa for which you have no realistic chance of approval can lead to a denial and complicate all subsequent steps. A lawyer takes a comprehensive look at your case. They analyze every factor: education, professional experience, language skills, family status, financial resources, and even your past visa history. Based on this analysis, a complete picture of your opportunities and potential obstacles is formed. The lawyer's goal is not simply to offer advice, but to help you chart a realistic, achievable path to immigration. They show you which steps to take first, which documents to prepare, what points to pay attention to, and how to minimize risks at every stage. This approach transforms the complex immigration process into a clear and manageable journey. Instead of proceeding blindly, you receive a clear plan that allows you to move forward step by step, confidently and deliberately, making the most of your strengths and minimizing the impact of potential barriers. And that is precisely why the first stage, a professional case evaluation, is the key to the entire process. The case evaluation begins with an initial consultation. This is the first, but extremely important step on your path to immigration. At this stage, the lawyer will learn in detail about you and your situation. He or she will ask questions about your education, professional experience, language proficiency, family circumstances, and financial resources. They will also clarify your goals, whether you want to work, study, invest, or reunite with your family. The lawyer will definitely ask whether you've had any previous visa denials or encountered any issues with documents or legal matters in another country. Every detail is important because these details help paint a clear picture of your case and identify potential obstacles on your path to immigration. At this stage, it is extremely important to be as open and honest as possible. Any missing or inaccurate information can result in an incorrect assessment and, consequently, the choice of an unsuccessful path. The more complete the information you provide, the more accurately the lawyer will be able to assess your prospects, suggest the best course of action, and draw up a realistic plan. You could say that an initial consultation is like a detailed discussion with a map before setting out on a journey. Together with your lawyer, you review all possible paths, identify obstacles, and choose the safest and most effective route that will lead to the desired outcome. After finishing the initial consultation, the lawyer moves on to the next key stage: document review. At this stage, the specialist carefully reviews all the documents you have provided, as these documents provide a complete picture of your options and potential barriers to immigration. These may include degrees and certificates that confirm your level of education and professional qualifications, employment contracts and letters of recommendation that demonstrate your work experience, achievements, and professional status, documents regarding property ownership or financial stability that confirm your ability to support yourself in your new country, marriage certificates and children's birth certificates if family ties are considered under the immigration program. A lawyer reviews each document not merely as a piece of paper, but as an indicator of your actual capabilities. For example, an internationally recognized degree can open the door to certain visas for professionals, while letters of recommendation from your employer can help confirm your experience and qualifications. The lawyer evaluates all documents in light of the requirements of the chosen country and the specific immigration program. They analyze which documents fully meet the standards and which may require additional preparation or verification. This allows for the early identification of potential challenges and the development of solutions. It can be said that at this stage, the lawyer is assembling the building blocks for your immigration journey. The more thorough and careful the document review, the more confidently you can move forward, minimizing the risk of rejection and saving time and resources. The next step is to map out an immigration path. At this stage, the lawyer carefully compares all the information collected about you with the requirements of various immigration programs in your chosen country. The specialist analyzes which options are most realistic and align with your goals, capabilities, and personal circumstances. It's important to understand that there is rarely just one path to immigration. Often, there are several strategies, and a lawyer helps you choose the ones that minimize risks and speed up the process. These can include both primary and alternative options so that you have a plan B in case of unforeseen circumstances. For example, one possible path might involve obtaining a work visa first and then applying for a residence permit. Another option might focus on specialized programs for professionals in a specific field, where your skills and experience increase your chances of approval. The lawyer does not simply offer options but explains each step: what documents will be needed, what requirements must be met, and what timelines to expect. They assess the likelihood of success for each path and help the client make an informed choice to follow the best course of action. You could say that at this stage, the lawyer maps out your path. Each option is viewed as a separate route with its own advantages, challenges, and key milestones. This approach allows you to see the entire process as a whole and choose the strategy that best suits your specific needs. Consultation on risks and timelines. At this stage, it is especially important for the client to fully understand the risks and timelines associated with their immigration process. The lawyer explains which factors may slow down the immigration process and which, on the contrary, will help it proceed more quickly and without unnecessary complications. For example, missing or incomplete documents can lead to delays or even a denial. Language requirements not being met, a lack of work experience in the relevant field, or educational qualifications that do not meet the criteria are potential obstacles that can slow down the process by several months or more. However, most of these risks can be minimized in advance. A lawyer can advise on which certificates or documents to prepare, where to obtain certification of qualifications or additional training, and what steps to take to improve your chances of approval. In other words, a competent risk assessment turns uncertainty into a plan of action. The client gains a clear understanding of which steps will expedite the immigration process and what to pay attention to in advance to avoid delays. This helps them move forward with confidence, with minimal surprises, and maximum preparation for each stage. After a detailed analysis of all the data, the lawyer moves on to developing a personalized action plan. This is the culminating stage of the case assessment, when all the information collected is transformed into a specific strategy. A personalized plan includes several key components: choosing the best path. The lawyer determines the strategy that best aligns with your goals, capabilities, and the specifics of the immigration program. This may include a primary path and several alternatives so that you are prepared for various situations. Step-by-step guidance on preparing documents. The specialist breaks down the entire process into specific steps: which documents to collect, how to properly prepare them, and where to have your qualifications or education verified if necessary. Recommendations for improving your chances of approval. This may include advice on improving your language skills, collecting additional supporting documents, clarifying your work experience, or other actions that will help strengthen your case before submission. Timelines and milestones. The lawyer sets realistic deadlines for each stage so you can track your progress and understand when to expect key results. Such a plan transforms the complex and confusing immigration process into a clear roadmap. The client sees the entire journey from the first step to obtaining a visa or resident status. Instead of feeling uncertain, they receive a clear plan that allows them to move forward with confidence and consistency, minimizing risks and surprises. You could say that a personalized action plan is like a roadmap that marks all the stages of the journey, key checkpoints, and optimal courses of action. This approach not only saves time and effort, but also increases the chances of success. Why you should trust a professional. Most importantly, a professional assessment of your case saves time and effort. The immigration process is often complex and requires knowledge of the law, deadlines, and regulations. A lawyer helps you avoid mistakes, choose the right path, and prepare for each stage in advance. To make this process as smooth and seamless as possible, it's important not only to understand all the details, but also to organize the relocation and paperwork properly. This is where professionals come in. They know every step of the process and can guide you through it every step of the way. Our specialists guide clients through every stage of the citizenship application process, analyzing the situation, assisting with document retrieval, preparing the application, and navigating the rest of the procedure. Submit a request for a free consultation following the link in the description. We will assess your situation, review your existing documents, identify potential legal grounds for your application, and advise you on what steps to take next. Properly prepared documents and the right approach can significantly increase your chances of a successful result. Take the first step toward new opportunities today, and we will help you go through this process professionally, calmly, and confidently.